Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Off the Rip. I'm Shane Peterson, and we're going to be talking about Foxborough Supercross. What a crazy night of racing. Oh man, big things happening. Deegan gets his win. Cooper Webb ties up the points lead. It was wild. Let's get into it. Let's break it down and see what happened off the rip in Foxborough. Alright, so normally my wild moments are normally people getting pretty sketchy, but for some reason there wasn't really any sketchy moments from Foxborough. The only one that I saw was Justin Cooper's gnarly crash in the rhythm, and then Seth Hammaker and Gavin Towers getting their bikes stuck in the mud in practice. But what was wild from Foxborough was the talent that we saw and what makes these guys the best in the world. For instance, Eli Tomac's starting the heat race, just rockets out of there, timed it just perfectly. We saw the crazy, unreal speed that Jet Lawrence has in the whoops. And then you have Chase Sexton in the rhythm section just getting sideways, saves it, almost makes the pass on Roczen. Cooper Webb qualifies P1, like what? Like what is happening, dude? He does not do that. His whole entire career, we never really see this. And then he just busted out like insane. And then Cooper Webb goes on to win the main event. Jet gets 5th, battles with Anderson on the last lap, last corner to try to get 4th. Deegan gets a win. Now we're wondering, is he gonna close in on the points? Does he have a shot at this championship? Points are now tied in the 450 class. I'm hyped up. Dude, I feel like Lil Jon. I just wanna go, yeah, when I watch these races, man. All right, so fantasy picks. Big weekend for me. Normally I get 30. I'm on 35 now, 35 pointer. And I guess you can call me a professional because I guessed who was gonna win. No, but I put Cooper Webb to win, and I was thinking, Jet Lawrence, he's got it. You know, I just want to put Jet, but I was like, I should put Cooper Webb because when the heck does he qualify like that? And then we saw him on race day live, just charging through the rhythms, just looked like a complete different rider. Like it was insane. I couldn't help put him for the win. My picks after that: 2nd place, Jet Lawrence; 3rd, Eli Tomac; 4th, Chase Sexton; and Hunter Lawrence for 5th. I put Hunter Lawrence for 5th because he's been creeping in there and you know, getting some top 5s. Got a podium last week, or not last weekend, but 2 weekends ago before the break. And so yeah, I just figured, you know, he's a top 5 guy. And then my wild card pick was Malcolm Stewart for 9th place. But instead it was Justin Hill, which is freaking crazy because he's a privateer getting a top 10 finish. So kudos to Justin Hill for doing that. Yeah, those are my fantasy picks. Let's move on, see what happened in 450 class. So for the very first time in a while, we see Jet have a bad start. And this start, I mean, dude, he has to be on his starts. He has to be on his A game every single race. And what's crazy about this race is that he did get a bad start, and then Webb gets the freaking whole shot and runs away with it. I am just amazed by Cooper Webb, and I think everybody should be, because we see this guy who doesn't look like he has the speed to beat these guys every single weekend, but somehow he's able to manage to put himself up at the front. It's really remarkable what this guy does. I mean, like they say, it's very mental at this level. So you have to think, is Webb just so mentally strong compared to the rest of the field? Does he want to win more than guys like Tomac or Jet or Sexton? Like, what is it about this dude that just, he's able to get it done, able to have races like this? When the pressure's on, he's there and he rises to the challenge. So it's crazy, man. I think this has been such a cool series to watch. If you're a Cooper Webb fan, even if you're not, just to watch this guy just step up and continues to push and continues to get better. And I mean, dude, what a race to come and chop down an 8-point lead, to have it all tied up. That's big, dude. So Cooper Webb, salute to you, man. He's a big general. Moving on to second place, Chase Sexton. This could have been a win for him. I think if he didn't get caught up behind Ken Roczen for pretty much the entire race, he could have grabbed this win. He had the pace or the speed to do it. So it came down to the very last moment. What we got from Chase, though, he's got the speed. He looks way more comfortable than how he did at the beginning of the season. So it makes you think, how is Chase going to do the rest of the season? Can he get a win? And how is he going to do during outdoors? I mean, now he has time on the bike, time with the team. So can he get a win in outdoors? Will he beat Jet Lawrence straight up? So I think there's a bright future for him. I don't think he's going to be in the shadows of Jet Lawrence his entire career. It looks pretty promising for him. So we'll see how he grows with the KTM team. Moving on to a rider who could have won this thing as well is Eli Tomac. He had the speed in practice and in qualifying. It looked like it was going to be his race as well. But like Jet Lawrence, he got a bad start, then goes down after the finish line. So his race just kind of ended there. But yeah, dude, the guy looks like he's on it. Looks like he's back. If you're a Tomac fan, or if you want to see Tomac do good, it looks like he's back to normal. So that's pretty cool to watch. I wonder how he's going to do in Nashville. To wrap up talking about the 450 class, just a great night for Cooper Webb. It's going to be exciting just to watch every single weekend for the next few rounds, man. I'm so excited to see what Cooper Webb can do, see what Jet Lawrence can do. I think if you're a motocross fan, supercross fan, this is just awesome. We just got to sit back, grab our popcorn, and just watch and see how this whole thing unfolds for these guys. Moving on to talk about the 250 East Coast. I think the question is, can Haiden Deegan win this thing? I know, it sounds crazy. He's either 13, 16 points out, not sure, gotta look at that, gotta look at my stats. But he's got his work cut out for him. It's going to be super, super hard for him to do that, though. We've seen Cameron McAdoo, Tom Vial, just super consistent every single weekend. They are just right there. So it's going to be hard for him to, make up some points on a guy like McAdoo or Vial. McAdoo has a bunch of pressure, though, because he can give up the points lead to Vial, or he can give up a good amount of points to Deegan if Deegan just goes on a tear these last few races. So what's exciting, next weekend, East-West showdown. That means it's going down, but it also means things can go wrong. Things can go right for some of these riders. So it's going to be a shakeup for the West Coast. It's going to be a shakeup for the East Coast. We got Levi Kitchen going against Haiden Deegan or his teammate Cameron McAdoo. And Vial, we got Jordan Smith in there, just these fast guys, Hampshire. So it can cause somebody like McAdoo or Vial to just, finish in 5th, finish in 4th. But I think if Deegan can win this, dude, it's going to be exciting to watch in the 250 class as well. Yeah, so that's all I have from Foxborough. Let's see how it all shakes down in Nashville. And I'll be here on Off the Rip to talk about it with you guys. Peace.